Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a new Will I Buy It. I post my Will I Buy It series every single Wednesday where I'm chatting over new makeup releases, my thoughts on them, and if I'm planning to pick them up or if I'm going to pass over them. I'll have my playlist linked down below. I will also have the community playlist over there. I started the community playlist a couple months back, and just a bunch of other creators who make this style of video on new makeup releases can add their videos over there in case you want to binge watch on this subject. But we do have a lot to chat about as always, so why don't we go ahead and get started. So if you've been catching the last couple of my uploads here, I've been talking about how I was coming down with a cold, and then I did come down with a cold, so my voice is still a little bit on the struggle bus. I just finished filming for the video that went up yesterday, which was a big end of year makeup declutter, and it's so funny, I caught myself in the video because I'm in the middle of editing it right now. I kept like apologizing for getting sick, and it's like, I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask to get sick. This is no fun. But my voice is a little bit on the struggle bus, and I'm just kind of not fully up to speed, but I feel so much better. I went down Thursday afternoon. I went down hard, and I really didn't become revived again until about Saturday afternoon or so. So I'm excited to get back into filming, but yes, if this makeup look is familiar, I did just film yesterday's video, and I don't quite have the energy yet to like take all my makeup off and then redo it. That just, oh. We're not to that level yet, but I'm excited to chat over some new makeup releases today. So just hopping right into it, we have a new release from e.l.f. Cosmetics. These are their new metallic flare highlighters. I am reading from the Trend Mid One Instagram, so I do always have her linked in my description box. So these say multi-dimensional high luster glow powder highlights, has a buttery soft high shimmer formula. There's 4 different shades, and they're going to be $6 each. I would totally be interested in trying these. e.l.f. is definitely, I feel like e.l.f. is definitely a hit or miss brand for me. There's some products that I just enjoy so much, and then there's some products that I'm like, no. There's no way. But I would definitely be down for trying these, like if they came into Ulta or something. I mean, $6 for a highlighter, I don't think that that's a bad price. It's not a release that like I'm running out to grab right away. I think they are available now, so I'll have everything linked down below, of course. But yeah, I'd definitely be interested in trying those out. How about you guys? What do you think? I also got quite a few tags on some brushes. These are available now at Beautylish. This is the Pro Eye Set by Sonia G. There are 5 new brushes with a stunning new handle. It says that they are durable and a dense maple wood handle. There's 4 layers of pigment and a lacquer to add a rich dimensional finish. It's going to be $150 for the set of 5 eye brushes, and this should also be available now on Beautylish, so I will have that linked down below. So I will say I'm not super familiar with Sonia G myself. You'll have to let us know if you are, if you've tried other things in the past. So $150 for 5 brushes, that's just going to be too much for me right now. I really like that they're all eye brushes because I love eye brushes, and eye brushes I feel like are something that you just can't have too many of. You know, I have multiples of the exact same brush because that way I'm not cleaning them all of the time. So I love makeup brushes in general. I really love eye brushes. These all, I mean, they look really beautiful and all of that, but the price is definitely just going to scare me away. But I'd love to know if you guys have any feedback on these brushes or who is planning to get them. It says look who's back with new brushes. I thought maybe it was like a restock, but yeah, you'll have to let us know. I'm not super familiar myself, so I can't really say a whole lot, but I just don't think that I'll be buying 5 brushes for $150 at this time. I also do need to do something about my brush collection. I keep saying that. I'm gonna do it one day. It's just so sad to part with brushes. It's so hard. Okay, I got a lot of tags on this next one, and I think that people have a lot of different opinions on it. I have to have my water right here because my voice is still not doing the best. I'm just so happy that I'm feeling better. I mean, I couldn't get out of bed on Friday. That's how bad it was. Oh my goodness. It would just, oh, I hate being that sick. No fun. Okay, but we are talking about Benefit Cosmetics. They are doing a collaboration with Desi Perkins. I feel like I've seen people either be super stoked about this one, immediately buy it, or people that are like, boo, no. And I think for me, I'm kind of like somewhere in the middle. So Benefit Cosmetics, they're known for their brow products, so they teamed up with Desi Perkins, who is a, you know, highly successful YouTuber here. I feel like the collab does make sense for Desi. I mean, since I've started watching Desi's videos, she really doesn't have a whole lot of brows going on, and so when she would do her brows or a brow tutorial or whatever, I would just be like, dang, like, that's very impressive. So I feel like the collab is one that makes sense for Desi to do. And basically what she did is that she picked out some of her favorites from Benefit. They did change the packaging on these, so everything's in a rose gold versus like the regular silver. So she put her favorites in there. So it says, this is a limited edition. It says a curated brow kit with 4 full-size brow bestsellers, 1 mini, and 1 pro tool. So you get the full-size Precisely My Brow, a full-size Foolproof brow powder, a full-size 24-hour brow setter, full-size highbrow brow highlighter, a mini Ka-Brow, which is the cream gel brow color, an angled brush, and also a spoolie. It's available in 5 different shades, and it's going to be $59. It says it's a $126 value. For me, I'm not really mad at this release. I didn't understand the Benefit collaboration collection that came out like sometime last year. There was a bunch of different influencers, and basically they just had their face on a product. Like they each picked their favorite product, and then that product was made with like their face on it, and then those were being sold. I didn't quite understand that. A favorites set, I don't particularly get angry at, because we see a lot of brands do this. I mean, Sigma Beauty just did a favorite brushes set with a whole bunch of influencers where they picked, you know, 5 or 6 or whatever of their favorite brushes and sold them in a favorite set and just had a box with like their photo on it. I thought that was awesome. I bought a lot of those, you know, trying to support people here on YouTube. So I don't really get riled up over it. I think people maybe got a little bit upset because Benefit, like I said, with their collab last year, which that one didn't make sense to me, but I think that they kind of do this a lot. And I know people say like, well, Benefit just does the same things and they come out with the same things. Yes, and sometimes I do feel that way, but I also kind of like that this is what they're known for. They're not a brand that put something new out every single week, and some of it's not great quality and some of it is good quality, and they're just constantly bombarding us. That's one thing that I don't really mind about Benefit. I kind of enjoy that, other than constantly being thrown with new releases. And again, I like a favorite set more than just slapping someone's face on it, because I think it's different. I do. So I don't have issues with favorite sets. That being said, I'm not going to purchase this one for myself. I love the Precisely My Brow. It's one of my favorites. I wasn't a big fan of the Foolproof brow powder. I mean, I'm someone who I'm a pretty like straight up brow pencil kind of girl. I don't use a ton of pomades. Kind of like the craziest thing I use would be like the MAC Shape and Shade, which is kind of more almost like a felt tip pen or like a marker type thing. That's like the craziest thing I do. So the powders I don't do a lot. The 24-hour brow setter, I really don't use those. The highbrow to like highlight the brows, really don't use that either. Ka-Brow, don't really use. So I mean, these are just products that I wouldn't get a lot of use out of myself, but if you would use all of these, then I could see it, you know, being a good deal for you, or if you just really love Desi Perkins and want to support. I mean, I would say that's awesome if you do, but make sure you're gonna like really use the product, so you know what I'm saying. But for me, I personally just don't use enough of these products in here, so I'm not going to purchase it. But you know, I say congratulations to Desi. I think that's a pretty exciting thing, and like I said, I just personally don't mind it. But I mean, definitely feel free to leave your thoughts down below. We have a palette here with Smashbox Cosmetics. Oh, this is a new collection, which includes a big cover shot palette, so that intrigued me right away, because I've actually talked a lot about the Smashbox cover shot palettes, the smaller ones, and I've said how I don't love them. I don't really love the formula behind them. I've had a couple, I've returned a few of them as well, and I was kind of getting a little like annoyed with Smashbox because they just kept coming out with these small cover shot palettes, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know, do something else. I don't know. I was just kind of getting a little bored with it. So I was glad to see something different. I was. Because like I said, with Benefit, it's like they don't release a ton. Sometimes I wish Benefit maybe came out with a little bit more, but at the same time, it's like there's so many other brands that seriously come out with something every single week that it's like, okay, maybe not. It's so hard. It's like, be careful what you wish for, you know? But we have the LA Cover Shop palette, which is $45, 9 mattes and 7 shimmers. It also comes with a full-size eyeliner, I believe. And then we have the gloss, which is $19. It says tried as a face or an eyegloss. We also have another gloss that is $19. Okay, so basically a palette, an eyeliner, and some lip gloss. So I'm just going to be chatting about the palette. So for me, like I said, I don't love the cover shot formula, the actual formula, mattes, shimmers, I just really wasn't a fan. So I'm assuming that would be the same formula in here, but again, makeup companies change things on us so much, who really knows? But for that reason, I'm gonna go ahead and pass over it. Like I said though, I do like it's something different. I do like it's, you know, it's a bigger palette. You have the more colors in there. It looks like a pretty palette, but it's nothing that caught my attention a ton. I like that it comes with an eyeliner. I think that's cool. Eyeliners, you know, tend to get overlooked quite a bit, so I don't mind that it comes with an eyeliner. I think that's neat, but for me and just my experience with the CoverShop palettes in the past, I'm gonna go ahead and pass over it, but what do you guys think? Or do you love the little CoverShop palettes? I mean, we're all different. It's all good. Let us know your thoughts on that one. Oofta. Okay, so next up we have from Wet n Wild. This is their Photo Focus Primer Water, which is a $4.99. And it's now coming in 3 different sets. So there's a tropical coconut, a cucumber, and a floral rose. Now I just got the Wet n Wild Photo Focus primer water here. It still has the plastic on it. I haven't even used it yet, but I have it sitting at my desk because I want to try to use it and see what I think. But I haven't used it yet, so I'm not going to purchase any of these because I'm going to see what I think of it, you know, before I would purchase anything else. But I think it's interesting that they're coming out with different sets. I think, didn't Smashbox do that not too long ago with their Photo Finish Primer Water? Right? Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. They came out with different scents of it too, so you'll have to let us know what you think of that one, because like I said, I'm eager to try it out. I just need to do it. But do you love the primer water? Is it a favorite? Would you be buying a scented version of it? Okay, so we actually have a couple new releases from Glam Glow in here, which is more of a skincare company, but this first one here is the Good in Bed Passion Fruit Softening Night Cream. It says a creamy, passionate night treat. Okay. Let me try again. A creamy passion fruit night treatment with powerful, gentle skin exfoliating acids and skin plumping hyaluronic acids. You guys know when you're sick, like, does anyone else get like a little bit on the weird side when you're sick? That was another reason. I had to take Friday off from filming because like I said, I was so sick. But even if I could, I probably would be a little bit scared because I've made my husband laugh, I think, more this entire weekend than I have like the entire year of 2018, because I'm just a little bit on the goofy side when I'm sick. But it has hyaluronic acid, AHA, BHA, PHA, powerful skin refining acids for super soft skin, also nourishing oil. It's going to be $54. She said price on the website, but there may be different sizes. And it's also going to be available at Sephora. I've talked about Glam Glow like here and there. When they were getting really hyped up with their masks that came in the little jar, I was like all about it. I was buying those. I think it was like $69 or something for a small jar. And I just didn't really, like, it just wasn't really doing anything for me. So for me, I definitely have the skincare brands that I tend to gravitate towards, that I repurchase from. So I'm just gonna stick with that versus going back to something that I just wasn't really, it's not that I disliked them, I just didn't see the hype, especially for the price. So that's why I just kind of have gone off from buying Glam Glow. But again, I know a lot of people like those little jars and the masks, and they've been coming out with more and more fairly like interesting products here recently, so you have to let us know if you're gonna get Good in Bed. And then they also released the Gentle Bubble, which is a daily conditioning cleanser to gently but effectively cleanse skin, remove face makeup, and daily impurities. So it says this guy is going to be $28 for the cleanser. The packaging on this is very eye-catching, very neat. Again, at the same time though, I'm going to stick with the skincare brands that I really enjoy and the products that I use and love. I really like a lot of the cleansers from Dermalogica. That's who I use a lot for cleansers. I've also been using an Olay one that I've been really liking, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick with kind of my routine that I have right now, but you'll have to let us know if you're planning on picking up any of those new releases from Glam Glow. So I also got tagged on a new release from Tarte Cosmetics. Looks like they are coming out with a new blush palette. So, oh, where did you go? Here it is. Okay, so this is the Tarte Pro Glow and Blush. It's $45. You get 6 full-size cheek shades, 4 blushes, 1 highlighter, and a bronzer. It says made to mix and create your own shades. I'm not planning to pick this up. I kind of haven't been buying a lot from Tarte because I was returning a lot of the releases, but I thought I got some tags on it, so I thought I could include it in here and let you know that this is out. I like that it has different products in there, like it's not just all blushes, just all highlighters. So I think that's pretty cool, but again, for me, it's just not something that I'm super interested in or I feel like I need. I actually decluttered quite a few face palettes in yesterday's year-end declutter video, which was a little bit surprising, not gonna lie. Alrighty, so moving on, I got quite a few tags on the Marble Balm from Lancome. These are rose marble polishing balms in 3 different colors, and seriously, the packaging is so adorable on these. So they're like a lip balm. The packaging is so eye-catching on these. There's 3 different colors. I don't see a price on this yet, and it just says coming in January, but these just look so pretty that I'm not a huge lip balm person. As we get drier, I definitely am. I've been reaching for my Nars Afterglow lip balm quite a bit. My lip glossy from Kopari is in my in my bathroom drawer. I put it on every morning after I do my skincare. I have a fresh lip treatment at my desk. I do the Laneige sleeping mask every single night. I definitely get very, very dry. My lips get very dry, especially in this very cold weather. So, I mean, I'm gonna check the price on it. It's Lancome, so it's probably gonna be a little bit more expensive. But this is one, if I bought it, it would probably be because the packaging made me do it. I would probably also watch some reviews, because if people just said it was like totally crummy, then, you know, it would be a no-go. But if people are saying that they really like this, those are just so freaking eye-catching. Has anyone else seen, or I mean, the photo is on the screen, but let me know what you think, because I just thought that those were so cool. I was immediately intrigued by it. I did the double take for sure. And then another lip product that's coming out, this is from Pat McGrath. It is a new version of Star Glaze, the Blitz Trance Most Wanted colors. So there's 3 different colors, and it says they're turned up with crystalline couture veil. They should be available now. So these are $38 each. That is typically what a Pat McGrath is. I actually have a Pat McGrath lipstick on today, funnily enough. This is the Ami lipstick. It's just a little mini. One of my friends purchased her mini trio and sent me this one, so it is what I have on my lips today. I don't mind the formula. It's not a favorite of mine, but I don't mind it, and I do like this color. But I definitely won't be getting these with like the glitter to them. That's just not me. I think I touched on Huda Beauty last week that she's coming out with something kind of similar with this, with her bullet lipsticks. It's just not my style. I just don't wear them enough, so especially to spend $38, that would not be happening. But are you planning to pick one of those up? Alrighty, so we also have a new product from BH Cosmetics. BH is definitely one, I feel like I'm mentioning them almost every single week. They always have a lot going on. They're doing a collab with Sylvia, Gani, not 100% that I am saying that correctly, but they have an eyeshadow palette that's out now. There's 22 shades, and this is going to be $24. It will be available December 5th. Okay, I'm not planning to pick this up. I definitely have a lot of palettes right now. I'm looking forward to doing my high-end eyeshadow palette declutter. I just did my affordable one, so I can link that down below. I definitely have a lot of palettes, which is great, and I love trying out new eyeshadow palettes, don't get me wrong. I have the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions on my eyes today. I had a really lovely subscriber send this over to me, so I am trying it out today, and I really do like it. I was actually going to try to switch up my look just a little bit since I filmed for this makeup in the prior video, but I like it so much that I was like, why bother? And you know, I don't feel the best, so I'm like, you like it, like just keep rolling with it. But to me, it's just, it's not something that was like super eye-catching for me. Again, it's a bit of a bigger palette with the 22 shades, and I'm trying to keep on my theme of, you know, having a bit of the smaller palettes. I'm not super familiar with the collaboration either, so that doesn't immediately draw me, but you have to let us know if you're so excited. I got quite a few tags, so I think a lot of people are really excited for it. So are you planning to pick that one up from BH Cosmetics? Next up, this one I really got a lot of tags on. I always get so excited when I see a bunch of tags coming in at once, because I'm just like, oh, what's going on, what's going on? Okay, so Physicians Formula is coming out with the Tropical Days eyeshadow palette. It's $16 each. It says there are more palettes and also new lipsticks, but I'm just looking at this one particular photo that will be here on the screen. So $16 for a palette. I mean, I don't think that that's a bad price. Physicians Formula is not a brand that I gravitate towards a ton. I've tried a couple items from them, and for the most part, I do like them. But normally I feel like I don't go for them a lot because they're on the drugstore side, but they're more higher price for drugstore. So I always just kind of get caught in this like, I'd rather stick with the drugstore prices or just go to a high-end brand. But again, $16, I don't feel like that's a bad price, and the palette looks interesting. I don't think it's something, like I didn't do the double take right away. I like kind of the designs in it, but I wasn't like, I think I need that. I was more excited to see what people were tagging me in, and then when I actually saw the product, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And like I say, unless I feel something like really like a deep pull towards something, then that's when I try to decide, should I buy it? Is it worth the price? You know, have I seen reviews on it? And this one I just didn't get like that. But I think a lot of people are pretty stoked for it. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of videos about these palettes, but what'd you guys think of them? For me, it's just wasn't eye-catching enough. There's also another little palette, a mini palette here that I thought that I would mention from Juvia's place. This is the Nubian mini eyeshadow palette. So I actually did have the Nubian eyeshadow palette from Juvia's place. I did end up decluttering it in my affordable Declutter, but this one is a mini and it's only $8. That's insane. I mean, it's only 6 shades, but $8. I think that was pretty cool. It did say that this is limited edition, so I don't know if it's a thing like once it's sold out, it's totally sold out. Will they bring it back? I don't know. But I would totally be down to have this mini in my collection versus the larger one, because the larger one, it just kind of got to where like it was just almost like too similar, like it was too big of a palette with too many similar shades in there, which is kind of a reason why I decluttered it. But this, I think that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna get it for myself because I don't need it. I don't need it. But I think that's pretty sweet. If you've been wanting to try something from Juvia's place, $8 for a palette, like get down with your bad self. Okay, and then the very last thing I have to talk about is, how are we doing for time? Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna take a drink of water. Whew, okay. So the last thing that I have, I did do the double take on this, and then I started to try to talk myself through it. This is from Fenty Beauty, so she's coming out with a new shade in the Gloss Balm. This is in Fussy, and it's spelled with like $ for this. I get it. And it says this is for the holidays. Hopefully it's not a limited edition, but this one is more of a pinky vibe, and I have to say that I'm interested in this. I say it a lot, I'm not a big lip gloss gal, but sometimes certain things just, I mean, like I said, I did the double take. I was like, ooh, that looks really beautiful. I love pinky tones. I love pink lips. And this just looks so pretty. Like alone it looks really pretty, but I imagine like topped over something it would look really beautiful too. So it's a really nice kind of light pink, and it looks like it has some shimmer to it. I do have the original Fenty Gloss Balm. I don't mind it. It's not like an absolute like 100% favorite of mine, so that's why I'm like, should I get this one? Should I not? What do I do? I'm kind of leaning towards it right now though. I'm not gonna lie to you. It says it'll be available in December at Sephora, so I'm not sure when. If it's already available now, I will link it, but this is one that I am kind of eyeing for myself. And I just decluttered a few lip glosses in my year-end makeup declutter, so maybe I was making room for Fussy, right? Fussy. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I looked at Fussy, I thought something different, and I almost had a heart attack having to say that on the internet. But Fussy, I'm interested in you. Let us know what you think about that. I know she also came out with a lip gloss, like it was more of like a white-ish type of lip gloss. I didn't grab that one because I didn't think the color would really speak to me a lot, but now with this pink one, that's what I'm interested in. So, but after that, that's gonna wrap it up for today's Will I Buy It video. Thank you for watching this video and sticking with me through this silly cold, hoping to get all completely back to normal here in the next few days, but I'm just excited to be up and filming again. But let me know what you thought about all the new releases that I mentioned. What are you planning to get? What are you passing over? I would love to know. And as always, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.